Hi, this is Buzz Cantor talking about motorcycles, and we are at the Greenwich Concours 2021. And we're standing in front of a truly original preservation Barnfind 1913 Indian twin. So let's do a quick walk around. It is a pedal start, which means you start pedaling it like a bicycle. Here's the right side. It drives back to the sprocket, to the back, which spins the wheel spinning. You then ease off on the lever up here to get it to start, and it engages the motor and spins the motor over. V-twin, air-cooled, overhead valves, you can see those. These spark plugs are unusual in the middle. These are pyramid-style plugs, but you see the two spark plugs pointing at each other, rear cylinder and the front cylinder. This is the manifold. It's not a very good manifold, not a very effective one, but that's what they use, the T with the carburetor on the other side. Down here is the adjustments. They're all done by cables. The exhaust goes down from each cylinder into a container in the middle with a little cutout in the back, and then out of the chamber it comes out the small exhaust pipe out to the end. Original paint, totally original, the original factory decal, the original grips. There's no cables in those days. Everything was done with rods, so they have the joints here with which you have to grease fit, and you turn the internal throttles or ignition advanced retard. Front end has minor suspension. It's a variation on a girder, but it doesn't. It's the leaf spring here up in the front. It's a leaf spring, drops down and would pivot on the front axle, and then the wheel would pivot up and down. This is a mount for a headlight. Would have had acetylene on it. Let's walk around to the other side. Again, the cables didn't exist, so they used Heim joints. The air pump, Bosch magneto for an ignition. There's no battery, it's a magneto. So this, you would tighten advance or retard here to engage the motor. Very simple carburetor. One of the things that's interesting is if you look at the floorboards, the rubber of the floorboards, you can see they're hardly worn. These are the original floorboards, we're pretty sure, the rubbers. The original rubbers on the pedals. They are so unworn, it tells us that this bike has very, very few miles on it. And when we got it, we took it apart and found the clutch needed rebuilding, and part of the bottom end. We feel it must have broken low miles. So here's the rear brake Clevis coming back. The suspension is the leaf springs, one on the left and one on the right. The seat is sprung. The original seat, original leathers. Speaking of original, this is the original leather tool pouch. Look at the condition. This thing's 108 years old. This was the tail light, which I'm going to adjust here. Would have gone like this, and the fitting underneath here, if you can see that, is where the acetylene would have gone in. It would be here. Put that back. And that's it. An original paint, true Barnfind, 1913 Indian twin. This is Buzz Cantor talking about motorcycles. If you could, please subscribe by pressing the little red box in the bottom right. Thank you.